Hey guys, today I want to talk a bit about the A Conjuring of Light cover. So a few days ago, the cover for the third and final book in the Shades of Magic trilogy by V.E. Schwab got released. And yeah, I kind of wanted to talk about it, or rather kind of start a discussion about it. I don't want to go into full details on theories about the book because I want to do that a bit closer to the actual release of the book, and I do want to reread the first and second book before I do that. But I do want to talk about the cover a bit, not only because I find it incredibly beautiful, but also because it raised one very important question. And you know, I just kind of wanted to put that question and my personal theory out there and see if anybody wants to contribute to that and what you think about it. And yeah, that said, obviously, if you have not read the first and second book, A Darker Shade of Magic and A Gathering of Shadows by V.E. Schwab, leave this video now, because I will not be gentle with going into full detail on what happened in the first and second book. So obviously the question that is most important when it comes to this cover is who sits on the throne. And you know, I've been kind of following a bit the discussion on Twitter, and there's many people that said Rye. I mean, it had to be Rye because we got Kel and Lila, and it's kind of like he's the third person that, you know, kind of belongs into this group. For me, it was quite clear right away, or not that it was clear, but for me the first thought right away was that it had to be Holland. And I know the immediate thought was there just because I love Holland so much and I want him to be on the cover, but I do think there's reasons that, you know, make sense for him to be on the cover. The most obvious reason is that obviously, you know, we got Kel on the first cover and then Lila on the second cover, and Holland would, you know, fit into this group as well, as, you know, it is now pretty obvious also, especially if you've read the excerpt, that Lila is and now I don't know how to pronounce that word, Antari? I have no idea how to pronounce it. I want to call it Antari? I don't know, but you know probably, hopefully, what I'm talking about. And you know, it's obvious that Lila is one of them as well, so it would make sense to put these three on the covers. And there's another proof, I personally feel like that it is a proof that this is Holland on the cover, because I believe that the third book will focus on Holland a lot more than it did before. And I feel like in the first book we had a big focus on Kel, and in the second book, while Kel was, you know, the main character as well, the focus was more on Lila and her development and, you know, figuring everything out and she being, you know, comfortable in this world and stuff. And I think that it would fit really well that Holland is on the cover now, because I feel like the third book is going to be a lot about him. I don't think that he's going to be the main character, although I would find that super amazing, but I just think that he's gonna be a more important person in this third book. And the proof I have for that is, it's not really a proof, but a few weeks or months ago, Victoria Schwab tweeted that when she tells the people who her favorite character from the trilogy is, they are always shocked and can't really understand that. She said, you know, like, just you wait for what's gonna happen with this character, but she didn't state who that character is. I have read enough Victoria Schwab books and Victoria Schwab tweets that I am pretty certain that it has to be Holland she's talking about. And I tweeted her like, is this about Holland? Because I love him and I really want to know where his story is going. And she didn't reply, but she did like that tweet. And I don't know, I could be like totally overthinking this, but I feel like that was kind of a yes. So I keep thinking that, you know, there's lots of things happening with Holland in this third book. I know it is definitely a lot of like wishful thinking, because I want Holland to be so important and I kind of want to find out more about him. In the first and second book, Holland was never really himself. And so yeah, I don't know. I just hope it's Holland, and I hope we get to see more of him. I really don't want to go too much into detail about what I hope and theorize is going to happen in the third book, because as I said, this will be a video very, very much closer to the release of the book. But I do feel very certain that he's going to have an important role in this third book. And I mean, it's kind of obvious that he is going to have that, but I feel like it's going to go into a very different direction than his character went into before, if that makes any sense. So, I'm incredibly excited. I just love the cover overall. It is so amazing. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. For me, this looks like a map of Black London, because we have like the black color, and because it kind of, you know, points to the middle, which is so much overthinking, I know. But because it kind of points to the middle, it also would fit like Holland, Black London, you know, so I feel like there's many things leading there. I think it's gonna be really interesting once we find out about it. I have said it 1,000 times now, I hope it's going to be Holland, but we don't know. And yeah, but now I would really love to hear what you think about the cover overall, and yeah, who do you think sits on the throne, and you know, why do you think so? Maybe you have like a completely other person that could be on the throne. I think it is really interesting overall. I really like that we get a cover where we can really like analyze it so much. I think that's a really interesting thing. And yeah, just let me know whatever you want to say about this cover, and thank you so much for watching. I guess I'll see you soon. Bye!